I just think this is the perfect red color, and I mean, I'm thinking my uses for this will be A, Christmas stamps or sentiment stamps. So if you know you've got a beautiful Merry Christmas, you can ink up the others in black and then portion off like the part that you want to pop out with red. And this, because this has sort of got that embossed raised feel, really think that'd be gorgeous. Also, candy canes, you know how they normally have the outline and then there's the stripe, which is a solid. I'd rather do it with this than, you know, an ink, because it has that nice glossy finish to it when you emboss things. And fire hydrants. I've got a few stamp sets with puppy dogs, and they come with the accessory of a fire hydrant. How cool would it be to use this instead of an ink and, you know, just color it with something on the inside? As, you know, I just think it'd be really fun. So yeah, so really excited. I was so happy when I saw it. I'm like, oh my god, this is really the true perfect red. Like, it is that primary, like, it's the perfect name because it's primary apple red. It really is the true ready red color. As well as those, I also got some ink pads from Avery L, the pigment ink. So I got 5 pads. So these are my favorite colors from their release. Like, I've got a lot of Mama Elephant ones, so anything that was similar to the Mama Elephant one. I watched quite a few videos on the color charts and stuff like that. So I didn't buy any of them that were very similar to the Mama Elephant ones already, so I got ones that you sort of couldn't get in that range. So you've got this beautiful aquamarine color, which is this gorgeous deep teal color, and then you've got your minty color, Mint to Be. So whereas Mama Elephant is like a very turquoisey blue rather than a minty color, like very light. And then you've got this Mimosa, which is a really nice yellow color. And then Pixie. And actually from like the videos that I watched and everything, it also almost looked a little bit more pinky. But this is such a beautiful color. Like, I'm not complaining about the color. It's just the way. I thought I'd let you know that some videos this comes out a little bit more pinky, whereas this almost has like a mauvey feel to it rather than a really light, dusty pixie pink color. So that's just so you know what you're looking for. And this one is the raspberry, which really looks like if you've seen a real raspberry in real life, that ready color. Like, you know, that's what this color is. So it's a very good name. So I bought those. And like I said last time, I use my pigment inks on all my solid image stamps. I'm not a big fan of staining my stamps, and pigment ink does not stain them. But I also like the opaqueness and the how you get, like, from a solid image you get a nice solid print. Like, it's really easy to get a full print, not any holes or anything like that with the pigment ink. And it's not splotchy. It, you know, it's pretty much the color it is when you stamp it. So now I'm going to save the exciting stuff for last. So I'm going to dig to the bottom and show you a couple more refills. I love buying stamps from Purple Onion Designs, and they're red rubber stamps that aren't mounted. They're not mounted. So I bought some tabs for me to stick them to store them. It's a pack of 4, you know, folders, and then these are the things that you mount an unmounted rubber stamp on, so that they cling easily. So you got like one is like the non-sticky side. There's 2 sides. One is super ultra sticky, which you can barely get the thingy off, which is that one, which is sticking to me. And the other one is like the backing of your cling that sticks to your acrylic block. So you basically stamp, or you stick your unmounted stamp to this side, and then when you go to use it in the future, that side is what will attach to the acrylic block. And it just makes stamping with those sorts of unmounted stamps really easy. You don't have to worry about gluing them to the block or anything like that. So it's the thick gray that you want. It has like a foam in between, so it leaves a good impression as well. And I just got 3 sheets. Okay, so like I promised, now we get into the fun stamps and dies. Yay! And there's so many. I really spoiled myself. Okay, so first up, I got something from My Favorite Things. Now this one's called Little Letters. So it's an alphabet die stamp set, all in uppercase, and I really just, I saw some beautiful cards made with it, and I just think it is the perfect font. It's not too big, so you can get a decent sized sentiment across the front of a card, which is approximately like that size. So you can get quite a few letters across the front of a card, and the fact that they're not, like, they're gender, I was going to say gender neutral, but I mean, they're not too girly or they're not too masculine. They're just really neutral. Like, they'll work with any card style is what I was going for. And the fact that they are standalone dies, they don't actually go with any stamp set, which I like. I've got matching alphabet dies that match one of my Lawn Fawn stamp sets, which is a lowercase, like, outline stamp set. And they're great, but you can't really use those alphabet dies on their own because they leave like a white edge around the stamped image, so they look really fat. Whereas I wanted something that, you know, that's the shape of the letter, that's what it is. Plus I want to do, I do a lot of like one layer watercolor cards, and I've been trying to work out how to make them, you know, a little bit, you know, more pizzazz sort of thing. And I was thinking, I've seen quite a few things on Instagram lately where they use letter dies and to die cut the words right out of your painted panel and then raise it up. So you're not losing any of the image, you're not covering it up, you're just raising it up. So I really thought that was really cool. Or you could do vice versa and drop the letters and raise up the rest. So that's what I got this one for. I love the size of them, and that they're also like all uppercase, so they're, yeah. So I also got from Mama Elephant this cute little die, which came out in their latest release, and it is called Pop-Up Trio, and it's got 3 pop-up dies that sort of are for the inside of your card, and you got 3 sizes basically, and it's so you can create a pop-up action with when you open the card. So basically the little dotted hash line through the middle of it was where you line up the fold on the inside of the card, and you have a separate panel that you glue to the inside of the card that you die cut with this, like you use these die cuts on, and then you just pop them so they're sort of facing in, so the opposite of the normal fold of the card, just pop it in the other way, and then you would glue whatever image you wanted to the front of these that would pop up when you open the card. So I just think this is one of those dies that you, I mean, I'm surprised that you can't just buy this anywhere else. It seems silly that it's taken so long for a die like this to be created, but yeah, just to, like, I know you can, you know, use an X-Acto knife and slice it open and fold it, you know, and get that sort of thing happening, but the fact that you've got a die that is going to be perfect every time just makes life easy. It was really inexpensive, and I am definitely happy to invest in that one. Let's see, what else I got? Okay, I also got this from Simon Says Stamp. It's their script sending and wishing dies. So I want to get a few more word dies, and I really love this font. I believe it's Christina Moore's. And the words sending and wishing are just beautiful, and they're very versatile. So like sending happy mail, sending sunshine, sending smiles, sending, you know, happiness, you know, all that sort of stuff. So sending to me is really, can work on a different, like, wide variety of cards. So it'll sit like that. So it's basically the exact same size as the packaging there. And wishing is like wishing you a happy birthday, best wish, you know, or, you know, well, I can't do best wishes, but, you know, that sort of thing. So wishing you all the best, wishing you success, wishing, you know, all those sorts of things. So yes, very delicate, very intricate, and I really love the font and that, like, the actual words, because I can use them on a lot of different cards. And then I also got another word die. This one's from Mama Elephant, and this one's Smile, and it's all like a lowercase handwritten. Beautiful. I love it. And Smile is so nice. I love this big loopy L too. So I mean, this one's going to be great. Instead of, you know, the hello cards, it's a smile card, but still like an all occasion sort of sentiment. So I really, really love that. Thank you, Mama Elephant, for creating it. There is a couple other dies that I've got here, so I'm just sifting through to find them. One's from Paper Smooches, and it's the cloud dies, because, you know, I love clouds, and let's add to my collection. This one I think is really different, though. It's not a new release or anything. It's been out for a while, but what it does is it's got, it creates like a border as well as does the insert cutout for these three shapes. So you can you can dye it and just use the negative area, and you know that's all fine, but then you also get this border when you dye it, and plus the inside. So what I really liked was the inlaid dye technique. So it's all ends up flat, but you dye this, and you know, all you do is change the color of the border to create the cloud. I really like that effect, so you can use like a glitter cardstock or something like that just for the border, and to slide it in there instead of using like all of the cloud as the dye. You can just use the border of the cloud to sort of show the shape, or even white on white on white sort of thing. I think even those cards look really, really pretty, and you're just getting the texture then, not so much the variation in color. And the three clouds are here. Like you've got a flat bottom cloud, you know, a big loopy one, and then like a small loopy fluffy one as well. So I really like the cloud shapes too. So to me, something different, and I really like that they do that cuts out a border as well. This one here is from W+9. Recently there was, maybe it's not recently, maybe I have to go back a month or so. But anyway, there was on their blog, there's a beautiful card using the deer, not a Christmas card, and they'd also used, because I got this as well because it was a small stamp set, this one here, which is just geometric triangles. And first they used the triangles and just clear or white heat embossed the triangles onto a cardstock, and then they used watercolor to create a nice background, and then they took that background and they die cut these deer out of them. And the watercolors they used were like coral type colors, so beautiful, you know, non-Christmassy things. They also had one, I think, where they, instead of clear white heat emboss, they used gold heat embossing, and then they cut out various shapes of deer from, you know, that background paper, especially the one with just the head, the deer head. It was very striking. It was very different. I really liked the way it looked on like a plain white back cardstock, and it just, I don't know, it really appealed to me. So I just wanted to get these dies. I can use them at Christmas too, so they're versatile. But it was really interesting to see how they used what I would think is Christmas dies as a non-Christmassy type card. I'm pretty sure it was like even a Mother's Day card. It was really, really pretty. And very girly. So I was really, really impressed how creative they were, and it just showed what you can use them for. So I wanted to get these. And there's obviously three shapes, 2 deer jumping in different directions, and one sort of facing forward, one's just strictly side profile, and the other one's like the deer head sort of thing. And while I've got this one out, you know, I just told you why I got it, sort of thing, for those backgrounds. And I really just like the geometric shapes, and I pretty much will just be using this for creating interesting backgrounds and then watercoloring around them. I just, you know, they can be subtle, as in a white or clear, or they can be like the gold or, you know, brighter colors. So I just like that. It's sort of a background builder. I'm going to call it a background builder. I do know you can use it with inks, because like you've got different that you can stamp over. Some of them have lines and, you know, ink up different colors on these ones, things like that. But I just thought it was very interesting, a little bit geometric, which I'm trying to get some versatility into my collection so I can, yeah, just so I can play. And the other one, okay, so this one also, I just wanted to, this one I got the matching die set, and this is W+9. So the stamp set is called Dream Believer, and then I got the die, which is just Dream Catcher die.